it's me, Schlee. Welcome to Tennessee. We are here on a little end of the summer family vacation, just a little laid-back trip before the summer is over. We drove in yesterday, so this is our second day here, but our first full day. And for anybody who's curious, we are very close to the Great Smoky Mountains. The drive-in yesterday was really nice. We had some beautiful views. We went through North Carolina, Virginia, and then into Tennessee, so we got to see several different mountain ranges and landscapes. And then we got to make the all-important and very fun trip to Buc-ee's on the way in here, which was super exciting for us because we don't have Buc-ee's at home. We grabbed some quick lunch there, and then we headed to Kroger on the way to our Airbnb just to get some basic foodstuffs for our trip. We're only here for a few days, so we did not get that much. And then after that, we came to our Airbnb, which is absolutely stunning. The house itself is very open and modern and has some beautiful decor and artwork in it. But the real kicker is the view from the windows. It is stunning out here. Like I said, you can see the mountains. The weather has been beautiful, and it's supposed to be beautiful the whole time we're here, which is great. There's also a private pool area and a screened-in deck and just everything you need to enjoy the great outdoors, which is perfect for us because we love to do that. And that's pretty much all we did yesterday. We drove in and then we were pretty tired from that drive. It was kind of long, so we just decided to hang out in the house, watch some gymnastics, and relax and kick back. But today we are all rested and refreshed and ready for an adventure, and we're about to head to the Ijams Nature Preserve. I believe that's what it's called. It's not too far from the house that we're renting, and it is supposed to be really beautiful. We're gonna do a short little hike / walk there. I believe it's along a river, which is just added fun. And then we have some plans for lunch, and I think for the afternoon we're just gonna come back to the house and hang out by the pool and enjoy the beautiful weather because it's supposed to be stunning today, like I said. Of course, I'm very excited for all of that. So let's go ahead, hit the road, and then we'll see what happens. So here we are at the Ijams Visitor Center. The first thing you see is this map with some information on it, and from there you can proceed into the Visitor Center, which is very nice, very open, and it includes the gift shop and a little timeline about the Ijams family and how this place came to be. In the gift shop, you can also purchase your daily parking pass, which is necessary if you want to park here without getting a ticket. After we did that, we went outside to explore the grounds a little bit and just enjoy the scenery, and then we headed off onto the river trail. This trail runs along the Tennessee River and is so beautiful and scenic. It's a pretty flat and clear trail. There's a little bit of uphill or downhill depending on the way you're going, but it was nothing too strenuous, and we had beautiful weather on this day, which was very much appreciated. And then from there we made it to the boardwalk, which was our main reason for coming to this area because the boardwalk was supposed to have beautiful views of the river, and it certainly did not disappoint. So here we are getting on to the first part of the boardwalk. There are signs posted along the trail to give you information about various landmarks and points of interest, and some history about the area as well, which is always nice. The boardwalk itself is very stable and flat, and is very easy to walk on. We, of course, were not the only people out on this lovely day. There was a biplane that went by, actually several of them. There were a lot of boats in the river and just people around on the trail enjoying the nature just as we were. I had never been to this part of Tennessee before, and the scenery was so stunning in my opinion. I love the mountains and the hills, along with the river. It's just so gorgeous. And here I asked Amber to take a picture of me, and as I was getting ready for the picture, she decided to just keep filming me, and I actually thought it was pretty funny when I was watching it back because I looked so confused. So I thought you guys might like to see this too, just another little entertaining bit of the trip. We did finally get our pictures taken, and about that time a group of rowers went by, which is pretty cool. I've only seen rowing one other time in real life. We also had the opportunity to very briefly explore this cave, which is right along the river. I don't usually like caves, and I don't usually like going into them, but this one was right on the riverwalk, as you see. So we decided to just poke our heads in and see what it was about and then move along. The next stop was what they were calling a geologic fold, so I decided to go up the staircase and check this out. If you're into geology or if you know anything about it, this is what it looks like, so you can see if that interests you. I'm not a geologist, and there wasn't a sign at this point, so I'm not sure what was so interesting about this area, but it was fun to climb the stairs. After that, we headed out to get some lunch, and can I just say the views from the roads in Tennessee are always so beautiful. You can see the Smoky Mountains no matter where you go, and I love them. They remind me of the mountains back home in North Carolina. We chose to eat at Superchix for lunch. We'd never been here before, but we love chicken and custard, so we thought we would try it out. This is a chain, but we don't have it at home, and for us it's always fun to try restaurants like this. We got to eat outside, and again we could see the mountains. It was just so beautiful. I don't know how many times I can say that, but I'm going to say it a lot more times, I'm sure. And here's what I got. My classic chocolate shake, french fries, and a blackened Cajun sandwich. Since we had never been here before, I got a rather basic meal, but I was not disappointed in the slightest. The chocolate milkshake tasted so much like a Wendy's Frosty, which you guys probably know is my favorite food. The fries were very nice and crispy. I had the salted french fries and Amber got the Cajun seasoned fries, and both were very good. My sandwich also was a hit. The Cajun seasoning was delicious, just the right amount of spice, a little bit of smokiness as well, and I loved all the fresh tomato and lettuce they put on there. We ended up eating here multiple times on this trip because we loved it so much. I'm already hoping that they will open one of these here in my area. Otherwise, I guess I'll have to wait until I go back to Tennessee or somewhere else where there is a chain of these. Alright guys, we are back home from our morning adventures. We had a lovely time at Ijams State Park. It was beautiful there. The weather is absolutely stunning.
Actually, there's a butterfly in my window.
Oh, gotta go see this butterfly. Hold on. Here is said butterfly. Oh, look at that. Hello. Greetings to you too. As I was saying, it is a beautiful day. We just got back from getting some lunch, which was absolutely delicious. I'm looking forward to going back to that place soon on this trip. And right now I'm about to change into some swim gear and then we're heading to the pool. So here's the pool area. I know I haven't showed it yet in this vlog, but it's just pretty basic pool, fence, lovely view. And we spent a good amount of time out here because again, the weather was so nice. We got to just float around in the pool, which is my favorite thing to do. I usually fall asleep on the floats because I get so relaxed and I can just completely zone out. It's absolutely one of my favorite things to do, and it was even more fun in Tennessee. Okay, pool time is over. Time to go inside and have some dinner. As y'all know, I do enjoy cooking, but I like to keep things simple on vacation because I'm on vacation, so I don't want to work too hard. For dinner on this night, we just had some frozen dumplings that we heated up in a pan. They are super simple and delicious. We are a big fan of this brand. And on the side, we had an Asian-style salad with some cabbage, wonton strips, sweet and sour dressing. Not the most elaborate meal, but very delicious. And then we move on to dessert, which is the fun part. I had my favorite frozen strawberry dessert. It's from True Fruit. As you can see here, it's the frozen strawberries covered in white chocolate and milk chocolate, and it is so delicious, especially if you love chocolate like I do. And here's the one that Amber had. It was shaped like a heart, which is perfect because I love her. Because we were on vacation, we also picked up a couple pints of ice cream, and can I just say this dirt cake ice cream was phenomenal. Highly recommend this if you can find it. Absolutely delicious. One of my favorite ice creams of all time. And later in the day, we decided to watch some gymnastics, which we all love. We made some popcorn for that because we'd had enough sweet food, so we wanted some salty food instead. And here is the gymnastics. I'm not sure how much y'all are into this, but I love it. I'm always so impressed when I watch it. And this is a great way for my family just to sit down and spend some time together after a day of hiking and enjoying delicious food. Amber was also working on a puzzle this day. She loves to do puzzles, as you guys know, and this house had a lot of them. This was the best one that we found. It was the Great Smoky Mountains National Park as a puzzle. I love this one. I did not help with it, but I liked watching it come together. I think the colors are super fun, and the texture of the puzzle, it was almost like matte or velvety. I will link this brand of puzzle down below if you guys are interested. They have a bunch of these for different states and areas around the country, and the art styles are so unique. There's Amber putting in the very last piece, so exciting. And here's an overview of the finished puzzle. It was so fun to have a puzzle for the area we were in. Good morning guys, and happy last day of August. This is our third day in Tennessee, and I want to say quickly I look the same as yesterday because I have my hair in the same bun. And I like to pack really light on vacation, so I just bring very few outfits and I'll just rewash them and wear them throughout the trip. So you will see some repeated hairstyles and outfits on this vlog. So we got up a little while ago and saw a beautiful sunrise over the mountains. Again, the view from this house is just so stunning. And speaking of stunning, we're about to head to the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, which I am so excited about. I have never been before, but I'm really looking forward to this. I just think it's gonna be a great day, a great adventure. And I've really been into mountains this year. Ever since we went to Helen, Georgia earlier this year, I have been so into mountains for some reason. I mean, who can blame me because they're really beautiful. So I think that's it as far as my little update for y'all. So let's hit the road and then we'll see what happens today. The drive to the park was very scenic. We got to be up close and personal with some more mountains. Our first stop in the park was the Sugarlands Visitor Center. We stopped there just to get some information, some pamphlets, that kind of thing, and talk to a couple of park rangers for some tips. And we also visited the museum there, which had some amazing taxidermy specimens. They had so many different animals, all kinds of information about the flora and fauna in that part of the country. And I thought that the artwork and the way everything was laid out was so beautiful. The information about the animals and plants was so detailed also. I've lived in this area my whole life and I was learning new things as I was reading, which is so fun. For anybody who is curious, my favorite part of the museum was this wild hog. I don't know why, but I really liked seeing this. I thought it was so interesting. I kept going back to look at it. Of course, they had some basic things like the cute possums and the cardinals that you can see anywhere in North Carolina. And overall, it was just fun to be immersed in the scenery and the plants and everything in this type of environment where you can learn about it before you actually go out and experience it in the wild for yourself. From the visitor center, we headed off on the trail to Cataract Falls. This is another very smooth, easy trail for the most part. I should mention my mom has a bad knee, so we try to do hikes that are very easy so that she can participate with us. This hike takes you along a little creek or stream which had some miniature waterfalls in it as well. Those are always fun to see. Then we made it to Cataract Falls, which was not flowing super heavily at this time of the year, but it was still a nice waterfall and a good hike. On the way back, we had to stop because I wanted to do some rock hounding. I just wanted to see what kind of rocks were here. I found some stripy ones and ones with different colors. I'm always interested to see what the rocks look like in different parts of the country, and just to stick my hands in a cold mountain stream because why not? Then we headed back down the trail, which does include a little staircase like this. And while we were out and about, we did look for some of the wildlife and plants we had seen in the museum, trying to identify any of the animals that we could see or the plants. We did see a couple of interesting things, such as these flowers, which I was unable to identify. If you know what they are, please let me know down below in the comments. And we also saw this log that kind of looked like a smiley face, and I thought that was just so fun. After our little hike to Cataract Falls, we decided to drive around the park. We could not go everywhere we wanted to because Hurricane Helene did a lot of damage to this park, unfortunately, and it has not all been repaired, so part of the park was closed off. But we still tried to make the best of it, and it was a beautiful day. The views are gorgeous no matter where you are in this park. For example, this view of the river right here, it doesn't get much better than this. We did eventually make it to the Cade's Cove road, but we ended up taking a shortcut off of that road, so we did not see all of the views there, but we saw some very nice mountains. It's very peaceful and serene, and just, to me, it feels homey. Like I said, the mountains here in North Carolina look like this, and something about them just speaks to my soul. I really enjoy them. I just find them so relaxing, and I always enjoy spending time in them. And this is also where we had the most exciting part of our adventure because we saw a bear on the side of the road, just snuffling about, enjoying himself. Didn't seem to mind that we were there at all. We stayed in the car, obviously, because you gotta be bear aware, you gotta be bear safe. But that was very surreal. I knew, of course, there were bears in these mountains, but I did not at all expect to see one, and I really did not expect to see one from that close of a distance. So, very cool. For a late lunch on this day, we stopped at Hot Rods, which is a 50s style diner in the area. The decor was so cool. On the outside of the building, they had these murals, and on the inside, it had everything you could think of from the 50s. Advertising signs, games, posters. They were even playing old commercials and TV shows. The tables were like little 50s diner tables. And the menu here was absolutely huge. They did have creamed chip beef, which I thought I might try, but I kind of chickened out, I can't lie. And I did not get that, but now I really want to get it. I regret my decision. I ended up getting just a burger and some fries, and that was good, but if I come back here, I will get that creamed chip beef, and I will eat it while enjoying all the fun scenery and the commercials and everything else that this place has to offer. On the way home, we had to make one extremely important stop, and that was at Buc-ee's over in, I believe this was Kodiak, Tennessee. And for those of you who don't know, Buc-ee's is an experience. It is a wonderful, magical place. It has everything you could want and absolutely nothing that you need, and yet we still managed to spend over an hour here. They really do have everything from cookbooks to candy, souvenirs. There were some very hairy but well-behaved children in this Buc-ee's. You can purchase cowhides here, clothing, oil for your car, literally everything they have here, as well as hot food, which they are well known for. At the end of this video, there will be a souvenir haul so you guys can see what we got, but suffice to say, you will never be disappointed by a Buc-ee's. There is something for everyone here, and it's worth going out of your way just to visit one if you have never gone. Or even if you have, this place is always fun to revisit. Hey guys! We went to Buc-ee's! We just got back from Tennessee. We had about a 5-hour drive, and we did stop at Buc-ee's again on the way back, and we picked up several souvenirs, so I thought it'd be fun to do a little haul with y'all. And Amber is here, as you can see. So let's get started. I'll start because I only got 2 things. I got this t-shirt, which I really wanted a Buc-ee's t-shirt, and I love this one. It's this nice military green color, and then it's got Buc-ee's Tennessee and the Smoky Mountains, which is where we were, by the way, and I think it's perfect. That's my t-shirt to add to my t-shirt collection. The second the second and last thing I got is a necessity. It's something I could not live without, and it is this. what I got.
Just the way you described it. Oh, this channel is such a joke.
So, it is a very small, rotund Buc-ee wearing a Buc-ee shirt, and it's also squishy. And when I saw his soulful eyes, I just fell in love.
Is this a Buc-ee's haul or an eHarmony commercial?
And look at the tail. But really, this is so cute. I could not resist this. Look at his face. And I'm gonna put him on my shelf with my other stuffies if I ever put him down, which is unlikely because he's so precious. But that's all I got from Buc-ee. So I got a stuffed animal and a t-shirt because I'm 12 years old. Amber got a few more things that are more interesting. So me and Buc-ee are gonna be quiet now while she shows you her haul.
Okay, my first item that I picked up is an edible item, and that is these Buc-ee's salt and vinegar kettle chips, because in case you don't know, I love salt and vinegar chips, and I like to try different brands. I've never had the Buc-ee's brand before, so I got these. Next up, I got this little Buc-ee's pin, just the standard Buc-ee's logo, because I do collect pins and put them on my bag. As you can see here, I have quite the collection. I've got space for one more right here. Fun fact, I used to have a pin here shaped like a bear, but it was stolen by an Olympic gymnast. It's a long story. Ashley was there though.
And that was a special pin that I ordered from her from England as a Christmas present.
Yeah.
So.
But that's for another day. Next up, I also got a t-shirt. I got this blue one that's got Buc-ee with the mountains, because I really like mountains, so can y'all see that? And on the back, it says Buc-ee's on my mind. Have you ever noticed how Buc-ee's tongue is shaped like a heart? Oh, so cute.
Even on the stuffy, it's the same.
And then, like Ashley, I got something I couldn't live without. I know I kind of made fun of her, but we all have those little things, right? That's just our thing. So this is mine. Oh, look how cute they are. Buc-ee should sponsor us.
So yes, we both got one because, well, we both like stuffed animals and we both like Buc-ee's. And these are just so cute. How could you not want one? Because we thought about getting one just to kind of share, but we're kind of greedy.
Oh.
Plus, we're eventually not going to live together at some point in our lives when we get married, hopefully.
Us two old spinsters.
But eventually, we're not going to live together anymore, and we each wanted to have a Buc-ee to decorate our future home with, so we each got one. And look at it. How could you regret this decision? Look at them. Look at them. So that is everything we got from Buc-ee's. Honestly, we could have bought a bunch more stuff, but we were trying to be fiscally responsible, and we can always go back and pick up some more things. But for now, that is it. That is the end of this Tennessee vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed. And now I'm gonna go play with my stuffed animal. As always, thank you guys so much for watching.
Wait, should I put the pin on my bag and show it to them?
Yes, you should. I don't know how they're supposed to sleep at night not knowing what that looks like.
Okay, I put my pin on. Look at that. Now it's perfect. I have so many animal ones, I didn't realize that. Looks pretty good though.
Alright guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Now, me and Amber both have to unpack and get back to real life and spend time with our Buc-ee's. So I'm gonna end the vlog here. You wanna say bye?
Bye guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
See you later.
This is not even straight. I fixed it. You ready?
It's not very.
It's as good as it's gonna get. Hey guys. That was weird.
I'm starting this clip over, okay? This is a disaster.
Alright, cut.
No, turn the button off.
The button.
Okay.
It says remove tag before giving to your child.
Are you gonna remove it before you give it to me?